The engine bay is ridiculously immaculate. We're gonna be doing rear diff oil new, transfer case oil, transmission oil, engine oil, rear brakes, spark plugs, AC condenser. All right, we got this 99 F150 Super Mint. So we'll probably have a long one here for you. All right, we got it clean, new silicone. Got this clean. We'll put it on, bolt it up. You gotta make sure all this stays dry when you put it on. We'll put it on, bolt it up, let it cure while I do the rest of the stuff, then we'll put oil in it.
Later.
All right, we're draining the transfer case here. That oil looks new. I hadn't done one of these in a while, and I forgot the oil falls in here and it'll puddle up. Once I get this drain pan out of the way, I'll get it cleaned up. All right, we're draining the transmission now. This is a manual transmission. 1516. Took this one off, drained it out. Took this one off so I could get some air. This one was pretty dirty. We're gonna clean this drain plug. Clean this. Actually, it might be 3.5 quarts. I think the transfer case is 2. All right, so after about half of this, we should see it start to pour out there, and then we could put the fill plug back on. Okay, this is a messy job, so I'll run it here for a while in the air, then we'll check the level on the transfer case, differential, and transmission again. Torque that one. Now I just gotta fill the transfer case, then we'll fill the differential. I'll move on to the rear brakes. This one should take 2 quarts. I'm just looking for that drip also. It should take pretty much the whole bottle. I might have to scrunch some out of the other bottles, but hopefully not.
Much later.
All right, just cut the tip off and then we should be able to just pour it in here. And this one should take almost all 3. All right, it's supposed to take 3 quarts. I put the 3 quarts in it. It looks like it's right there. I'm gonna order another quart. Well, I'll probably run it first just here on the lift, and then now I'm gonna recheck it. If it hasn't come out yet, I'm gonna order another quart and just give it that last little bit it needs, and it should be good. We'll put in this fill filter. So I use this little clip, and we should be able to just pop it out here. And the same with the front one. I don't know how well y'all can see that. Take off the lock, put this here. I shouldn't to break the lock. So the new one, just slide it in here, get it where it goes, and just pop in. Click, put the lock, and the back the same. Click, put the lock. And that's it. New fuel filter. Rear brakes and inspect the emergency brake. All right, so we greased up the slides. Make sure they're sitting right. So we take these off, we'll put new ones on. Okay, so we got this on. There's a lot of arguments online, but whether you grease these slides and put grease all over the pads, this and that, maybe up north you do, maybe you don't. But down here we got a lot of dirt roads. If I were to grease all of this, it would be covered in dirt. And then besides that, the first time it rains and they drive through all the puddles that are here, it would wash it all off anyways. So if the pad is not sticky on the back, I do put a little bit of grease where the caliper will hit the pad. But if the pad is sticky, I don't put anything. I'm just gonna put a little bit of blue Loctite here. So I did the same on the other side. But if you're lucky, you can put it in here. This one's fairly clean. You can push this back. We're just collapsing the piston, and there it is. Completely collapsed, no tool needed. I did torque the other side already, and I'm gonna do this side. I might do some of it off camera because my battery is running low. Click, 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 click. Got this side done. We got it torqued down. We'll put the tires on it, finish up the rest.
A few moments later.
We're gonna do the spark plugs. I'm also gonna put the AC condenser, so I might take off stuff that we don't need to. Just all right. All right, got these 4 in. Put a little bit of grease on all of these. Put them back in and we'll move to the other side. We got this side done. You just gotta make sure you torque the plug. Put a little bit of grease on these. Push them in, they snap right in. We'll move to the other side and change out the other 4. I thought this side would be easier, but it doesn't look like it. I moved a lot of this stuff out of the way just to make it easier for you guys to see and a little bit easier to get them to them. This shows you how mint this truck is. I haven't seen a Ford with a metal DPFE in probably 20 years or something. So again, we're just gonna put a little bit of grease. All right, we got this back on. I'm gonna leave the cover off because I'm about to put the condenser, and then we'll recharge the system and get them on the road. I just recovered the refrigerant. We're doing the condenser. I've seen some people pull the radiator out and stuff to get to it, but if you take these off, there's one on each side. You can push this far enough back that we could take the condenser off from here. The condenser has these that go right here, 10mm bolt, 10mm bolt. I took both of these off. I took off this cover. We're gonna get these hoses here, 22 and a 19 right here. The big one's the 22, small one's the 19. Get those off. That's just vacuum, it's not pressure. I'll grab these O-rings in a minute to put new O-rings, and we can just pull this condenser out. You can see this one here was leaking. That's the dye. All right, we got 2 new O-rings here. I put a little bit of pag oil on them, cleaning off the old oil. All right, so we set it on those rubbers in the bottom. All right, we're gonna start a vacuum while I put the rest of it back together. All right, we're gonna put the mounts back. All right, for these, just make sure that the condenser is sitting all the way down inside of the rubber mounts in the bottom, or they're gonna have a hard time going in. We'll put these back. All right, we'll put the intake tube back and this cover back. It should hold vacuum. We'll charge it up, check all the repairs we did. All right, we'll charge it up. Spark plugs, oil change, rear diff, transfer case, transmission. In a couple weeks, we'll probably do brake fluid, clutch fluid. Somebody already did the coolant, but for now, it should be good to go.